Chelsea win again in the London derby against Tottenham. Manchester United failed to make it 4 in a row. Real Madrid win as usual. Liverpool are back to winning ways. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gustavo Football Headquarters. Sit, relax and enjoy. Chelsea over the years have been the dominant side in this fixture. Yes, Tottenham played at home and lost to Chelsea again. I think this has been happening over and over again, especially with Tottenham going to their new home. Right, in this game we could see, right, that Chelsea dominated this game from start to finish. I don't know what was wrong with Tottenham, to be honest, because they didn't show any sign of giving Chelsea problems. First of all, their talisman, Kudus, was totally out of this game. Right? There wasn't any sign, there wasn't any threat from his side. And we know from Tottenham, most of the time, their threats, or Kudus is one of their threats, mostly. But then in this game, I think Cucurella really did a very good job against him. Now, on the side of Chelsea, Caicedo, bro, that guy, currently one of the best defensive midfielders, if not the best in the world. Right? We could see how he was fighting for this Chelsea team in the middle of the park. And I can tell you, right, that Chelsea won this game in midfield. There were so many battles in this match, right? When it comes to tackles, I really enjoyed this game, to be honest, because there wasn't any down moment in this game. Right? This is why I observed. You could clearly see that Chelsea had the intention of pressing Tottenham, not allowing them to play from the back. And Thomas Frank, I was really having a problem. Your team was trying to build up from the back and were still losing the ball. Anytime they tried to build up from the back, Chelsea pressed them and win the ball. From first half to the finish, it was rather unfortunate that Chelsea couldn't bury all their chances. Because in this game, Chelsea had a 3.69 XG to Tottenham's 0.11. As I said earlier, nothing showed Tottenham were doing their best to score. They were off on the day. Chelsea, Joao Pedro and co missing a whole lot of chances. This game could have ended in a wild result. Right? So I think, as I was saying earlier, Thomas Frank should have changed his approach, because Chelsea were really pressing up front, just in front of Tottenham's midfield. They were winning all the balls, all the tackles in that area, especially Caicedo. He was winning all the balls in that area. So Thomas Frank could have maybe tweaked the system a little, try to go long, maybe bring out Kolo Muani, bring Richarlison on, because as we know, he's that kind of player who has the presence, who has the strength to hold that play, to invite in attackers. Right? But then he still insisted with this system, and we could clearly see that it wasn't working. And Chelsea really took advantage of this situation. But then Chelsea should have scored more, in my opinion. Yes, so Tottenham lost to Chelsea at home again. And with Chelsea, I think this win was so important. But then, one of my problems again, their inconsistencies. Right? Chelsea, this game, I would say is a very important win, a very good win. But then I wouldn't be surprised that in their next game, probably against a lesser opposition, and then Chelsea will lose the game. So I think Maresca has to sit down with his boys, go back to the drawing board, right? After this massive win, know how to come against teams, especially the teams with the low block. Hush! God, that goal line clearance from Murillo, that was the moment, bro. That was the moment. We thought we had won the game, bro. United went away to Nottingham Forest and drew 2-2 at the City Ground. Right? I think this team beat United back-to-back last season. Yeah, they beat United home and away last season. Now, let's go into this game proper. I think United started this game very well. Later on, they made Nottingham Forest come into the game, especially in the first half. Forest were also creating chances. But then, Manchester United did very well and dominated the first half very well. And then led by 1-0. Right? You come back into the second half. right? Personally, even from the first half, I wasn't so comfortable watching this game because I was just, I don't know, I was having a feeling that Forest can come back into this game at any time. Lo and behold, 10 minutes into the second half, I think the United players lost focus. Forest came back into the game, equalized, and took the lead. Why should you lose focus like in this kind of moment? You are the best team among the two, if in terms of form. And most people are thinking currently United have improved on their mentality, right, on their focus. But then this game showed that there's a whole lot of work to be done. That loss of focus made Nottingham Forest come back into the game and took the lead before Ahmad later on equalized, making it 2-2. This is what I observed. I think United currently is better suited with the long balls. We could see in previous games against Sunderland, against Liverpool, United were playing with the long balls, right? But then in the game against Nottingham Forest, you could see that United were playing out from the back, right? Trying to build up from the back, which isn't a bad thing, right? But then most of the time, when they are playing out from the back, they really find it hard to transition the ball from the back to the striker. And I observed that if the ball is being played through channels or being played to foot to Sesko, he really struggled, especially in yesterday's game. He was finding it hard for the ball to stick when the ball is being passed to him, right? Most of these players, I think, are better suited for the long ball kind of game. Go long for Sesko or anybody else. Even if we don't win the air ball, the second balls, we have to be aggressive in midfield, win the ball and transition from there. Just like we played against Sunderland and Liverpool. Just go long, win second balls, transition from there. We have quick players up front. Mbeumo, Sesko is very fast. Cunha. Right? But in yesterday's game, I think that was the problem. United were trying to play the possession type of football. Build up from the back till it gets to the striker. But we could visibly see that Sesko was really struggling yesterday. Right? So I think Amorim should have changed something at that moment. Right? So I think United later on got a goal from Amad Diallo, super goal. Right? Wonderful goal, a moment of brilliance. Right? That's why as a team, you need players like this with brilliance. Yes, United could have lost the game easily because Forest, on the other hand, were also playing very well. They were creating chance after chance. Yes, so I think, as I said earlier, I think Amorim should look at this kind of system, the long ball system, the kind of way he played previously. That was working out for him. Yes, because I think with the possession-based kind of football, I think there are teams that when we go against, we can play that way. But I think with a team like Forest, they are similar to, especially their backline, they are similar to Liverpool. They are going to win most of the air balls, and then we pick it up from the middle, and then we transition. Yes, so with United failing to win 4 in a row, I think it's not a bad thing though, because mostly, or I would say in previous years, the moment Nottingham Forest came back and led by 2-1, United would have broken down. Yes, so I think there's some sign of improvement in mentality from moving Amorim to this Manchester United team. Yes, so as a United fan, I would say I was disappointed, but then a draw away to Nottingham Forest, who are hungry, right, for a win since the opening day of the Premier League, isn't really bad though, especially playing under a new manager, right? We know in modern football, new manager bounce really works. Yeah, so I think getting 1 point against Forest at the City Ground is a fair result. Yeah, so kudos to Manchester United, and I pray in the subsequent games we get better results. Liverpool finally back to winning ways. Hey, our enemies have gotten us, but then let's take it like that. Yes, Liverpool, you guys have suffered a lot, so I think just use this to calm down yourselves. I know you are going to go back to losing ways. Yes. So I think with this game, I think this is what we are expecting from Liverpool. And it's not. I think in this match, he went back to basics. Not doing anything extraordinary to complicate things. Let's look at the lineup. He went with Bradley at right back, normal. Went back to Robertson. I've been saying this always. Kekes is not better than Robertson in any aspect of football as a left back. Yes, so he went back to Robertson. Back to basics again in midfield. Gravenberch, McAllister in midfield. Szoboszlai number 10. Mo Salah, Gakpo on the wings. And then Ekitike up front. Easy. Easy. It's not by force to play some people you brought in this season just because you signed them. So you necessarily have to put them in the starting lineup. No, Ekitike is on form. Put him in, let him play. Let all the other players play in their normal positions. Let people who deserve to play, play. Right? So I think Arne Slot went back to basics in this game, and it really helped Liverpool. Liverpool dominated this game from start to finish. And the stats that I have here shows clearly that they dominated the game from start to finish against a very decent Aston Villa side. Right? So according to the stats, the expected goals, the XG, right? And Liverpool had 1.19 XG to Aston Villa's 0.41. Yes, so that shows you that Liverpool really threatened to score. With the ball possession, Liverpool had 53% to Aston Villa's 47%. 16 shots on target, 16 shots to Aston Villa's 10. 4 shots on target for Liverpool to Aston Villa's 3. Big chances created, Liverpool 4, Aston Villa 0. The corners were they were the only aspects that Aston Villa dominated. Liverpool had 1, and then Aston Villa had 4. Yes, so you could see clearly, as I said earlier, Arne Slot went back to basics, and it really helped this Liverpool side. And I hope they still continue like this. Burnley 0, Arsenal 2. Yes, we were expecting everything to go on the side of Arsenal in this game, especially with how good Arsenal have been so far this season and how poorly Burnley have been. Yes, so with the expected goals in this game, right, Arsenal had a 2.42 goals expected, right, to Burnley's 0.42, right? Total dominance from Arsenal in all aspects of this game. When it comes to possession, Arsenal had a 54% ball possession to Burnley's 46% ball possession. Total shots, Arsenal 12 to Burnley 3. Shots on target, Arsenal 8, Burnley 0. Big chances, 4 to Arsenal and 1 to Burnley. Corners, Arsenal 6, Burnley 1. Yes, I saw a brother make a video with regards to this Arsenal game, and he said if Arsenal concedes against this Burnley side, it's going to be the shocker of the week, because with how Arsenal have been consistent with clean sheets, right? Yes, so Arsenal showed their prowess again. Very good in defense, very solid. Currently on top form with clean sheets, right? I would say they are currently the best defense in the world right now. And I'm not surprised, especially with the kind of signings they did during the summer. Yes, so Arsenal won this game comfortably against Burnley by 2 goals to 0.